Hello everyone. This is actually the last video before the quiz. I got asked to do one about when you have a problem that's collected over water. I'm just gonna do the first one off the practice packet Miss Mock gave out. So this one says 120 milliliters of oxygen gas is collected over water at 27 degrees Celsius and 740 mercury pressure. What is the volume in milliliters of the dry gas at STP? Okay, so when you see collected over water, that means that when I don't know the scientific, like Miss Mockland, I don't remember. Anyway, you're gonna need a chart to tell you what is water's pressure at this temperature you're at. So at 27 degrees Celsius, water's pressure is 26.7 mercuries. Milligrams of mercury. So when you're doing the pressure, you're going to need to subtract this from the pressure given in the equation to get the correct pressure of just the gas, not the water. We also need to label this before we get. So if this is our V1, because that's the volume we know, and we're looking for volumes. This is our V2. It's collected, so this is our T1, that's our first temperature, and this is not our P1. Our P1 is 740 minus water's pressure, which will give us 713.3. That's a 1 if you can't tell. That's even worse. Okay, 713. And then this STP stands for equals standard temperature and pressure. And that means that our T2, because this is going to be our T2 and our P2, T2 is equal 0 degrees Celsius or 273 Kelvin. And then our P2 is going to equal any of those base conversions. 1 atmosphere, 760 milligrams of hydrogen, 760 torr, 101.3 kilopascal. Any of those are going to be our standard pressure. So since the equation is in milligrams, I'm going to go with milligrams of hydrogen, or not hydrogen, mercury. Okay, so now this is just the combined gas law as normal. So our combined gas law is V1 P1 over T1 equals V2 P2 over T2. Just do the math and you get V2 equals V1 P1 T2 over T1 P2. I cannot read my own handwriting. That is a problem. Okay, now we're just going to plug in like normal. So our first volume, our adjusted first pressure, already out of room, our second temperature, which is our standard, our first temperature that I converted to Kelvin, do not forget to do that, and then our second pressure, which is standard, plug that in the calculator, round to 2 sig figs, which somehow I have 3. I guess it comes out to something like 100. That would be 3 sig figs. I don't know. It's late. I give up. that is what you're looking at. So when it's just collected over water, if you're doing the owls, it will tell you that second part. I did this earlier. That second part is not a second pressure. That is it telling you that the pressure of water at so that you can subtract it from the original pressure. That is all that is saying. So you just need that. That'll be given on a quiz or test or anything. You just find the temperature in Celsius, subtract that pressure from your that from the original pressure, and you will be good to go. And then you just work the problem like normal, nothing to do at the end because I'll sort it out. So yes, that is collected over water. If you have any more questions, just let me know. Happy to do more. So yes, that is the end.